Hey there, gamers! Coverfire here, and hello to all the Filipino gaming community. So today I'm playing Division, the first division. This game has been there for quite some time now, and the game is a success. So we have also Division 2,
Don't
but
waste
I
my time.
recommend playing this game first for the story and also for fun. So for today, I'm going to discuss my Firecrest build for this character I have right now. So let me show you my stats. I have 4,000 firearms and 5,700 for the stamina and 6,100 for the electronics. So I have all the classified gear for Firecrest, the 6 piece. So basically, we're getting that bonus. And so, Firecrest, what's in it for you? So let's take a
Hey,
look.
stupid. Over here.
For 2 piece, we get plus 3 incendiary grenades. For 3 piece, we get plus 50% flame target range, and then plus 30% flame target damage. For the 4 piece, we get 15% damage increase on burning targets. And for the 5 piece, again, one additional incendiary grenade, 5% flame turret range, 20% flame turret damage. And then for the 6 piece, this is where it gets interesting. Basically, our bullets will now have 2% chance to cause an enemy to burn. So after equipping the 6 piece, technically it's like
What
we're
are you
using
waiting
incendiary
for?
rounds. And those enemies or targets that are burning will cause a fiery explosion once for every 10 seconds. And you yourself is immune to that explosion. Also, the burning effect will be 25% longer for every 2000 electronics. So for this build, we have 6100 electronics. So basically, that's 75%. We're getting 75% of the bonus. Basically, this build is focused on PvE, but you could also use this on PvP. You just have to allocate that electronics
This is the shit you
to
need.
firearms. Make it 2000 if you like, and just go with 6000 firearms. And then for my weapon, I'm using 3 exotic weapons. For my primary, I'm using the house, an SMG. For the town, I have vicious. I get 7 increase on uh, crit chance for 7.5% for 15 seconds after using a skill. Then talented, I get 15% increase in skill power, so 20% of 196,000 here after killing a target. And the card counter, I get 20% increased damage for this weapon. And
What
basically,
are you
the card
waiting for?
counter, it triggers when you have one half of the magazine, so you get that 20% damage. However, the card counter flips over, so if you're reloading, basically it's either you get it on the first half or on the second. So for my secondary, I'm using Bullfrog, another exotic weapon. However, other preferred builds will use Urban MDR for that built-in talent here that focus on increased damage for any targets that are suffering from any status. So that includes burning. So, however, that weapon is semi-automatic. So for personal preference, I'm using this one. So for the talent, I have
Don't
vicious.
waste my time.
Crit chance is increased by 10% while having more than 2 segments of health. And then self preserve. Um, the weapon will heal me for the 3% of the damage dealt of critical hits. And then uncomplicated, I get 15% damage bonus. However, it that 15% is reduced if you're using any accuracy and stability mods attached to the weapon. Then for the sidearm, really depends to you. You could use a low gear score weapon if you like, but for this one, I'm just using Golden Rhino for the talent, predatory health regeneration for 20 seconds after killing a target, and then increase stagger by 200%.
This is the shit you need.
Okay, so for the chest piece, let's take a look at the stats that I have here. Main stat is stamina, health, and then skill haste, and then ammo capacity. For the mod, I'm using two electronics mod and skill haste. Focus on cooldown, and for the mask, main stat, stamina again, then crit chance, and then 17% disorient resistance. For the mod, I'm using electronics, health. Then for the backpack, I have main stat,
What are you waiting
electronics,
for?
and then health, and then ammo capacity, 56%. I would strongly suggest for you to have ammo capacity on your chest piece and also on your backpack so you get that 112% ammo capacity, good for PvE and PvP. For the mod, I'm using stamina, 3% skill haste, and then I have turret damage performance mod, two of them. And then for the gloves, I have main stat, electronics, then attributes. We have skill haste, crit chance, and then crit damage. And basically for the holster, again, main stat is electronics, and then
I got stuff
crit
that'll save
chance.
your life.
And for the mod, I'm using performance mod, tyrant damage again. By the way, for my knee pads, main stat, I have firearms, and then skill power, disrupt resistance, then bleed resistance. Increased skill XP is not really required. You can change this to shock resistance or exotic damage resilience if you like. Okay. Then for the mod, I'm using stamina, then skill haste. Okay, I'm using a mixture of electronics and stamina,
What are you
basically
waiting
for
for?
this electronic stat here and then stamina. Stamina, I would always recommend to reach 450,000 toughness at least for survivability. So for skills, so for my healing skill or support skill, I'm using first aid booster shot. So we get that temporarily increased damage and damage resistance for any affected targets. And then flame turret, of course, mod is dragon breath. And then for the signature skill, survivor link.
I got stuff that'll
I
save your
recommend
life.
this for basically for sticky situation for damage resistance and for escaping ambushes.
Supply drops incoming. Uploading coordinates.
For the talents, I have adrenaline, so you get 7 seconds of immunity from status effect after using a medkit. And then strike back, basically good for cooldowns. So if we're reaching low on health, we get 20% cooldown reduction. And then since we're using flame turret, I have wildfire. So if we apply burn, Any target within 10-meter radius trigger a 30%
Don't waste my
chance to
time.
burn. And then tech support. Since we're using a deployed skill, flame turret, most of the time, so if we kill a target, we extend the duration of the flame turret by 10%. So there you have it. Now I'm gonna show you a bit of gameplay for the Firecrest build. Let's see. So we're on the dark zone.
Transmission jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
So stay with me for the meantime.
I hope that shit ain't airborne. Is it? You're on the wrong. Give a challenge.
So we triggered that fiery explosion earlier, if you noticed. So Firecrest is basically focused on a little bit of crowd control when you have burning target, so they're unable to engage. And for your area of effect or AoE, if they trigger a fiery explosion.
Blast this fool!
Shit, I'm stuck.
Area secure.
Okay, so there you have it. Division 1.8.3 Firecrest. So good for PvE. It's also viable for PvP. You just have to make some changes. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and thank you.